Very good morning to all of you. I am Kapil Jain, Assistant Professor in Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering. I welcome to all in this video series. This is basically the first part of the information theory, and this is the basically the first video of the digital communication system. So the first question rises in our mind: what is the basic meaning of communication? So if I am taking the lectures by the online, so at that time, this is again a way of communication system. And communication means that how we can transmit the information from source to destinations. So at that time, we required some components and some parts for to make the effective communication. In earlier videos, we can say that that was basically the introductory video of the digital communication system. In that video, we discuss about basically the communication, what is the communication, how the communication can be done by the channels, and how many types of the communication it exist in this era. And we discussed also basically and compare the analog communication with digital communication. And we discussed basically about the digital communication importance over the analog communication. And because of that, we are living in the era of 21st century, and we know that the importance of the communication system, why the communication is required. Can we live without the communication in this era? Definitely no. We have to require the fast communication system. Because of that, everyone want to send the informations within a microsecond from source to the destinations. So at that time, we always heard about the 4G communication system and the 5G communication system. What is the meaning of 4G and the 5G communication system? It means that we are transferring the data in very fast from source to destination. This is again a part of digital communication system. We always in the LED TV for the different type of the channels, HD channels. At that time, we always talk to our friends. I am watching the HD channels, high definition channels. How the signal transmit from the satellite to the dish TV antenna? That is again a part of digital communication system. So that we have to very clear about the communication, and digital communication is always preferred over the analog communication. So these type of limitations and advantage already discussed in the introductory video. And we also discussed basically the some applications, real life applications. And the second questions rise in our mind that what we are going to learn in this video. So definitely here I am talking about the information theory. It means that how the information is transmitted over the channel, which type of informations we are talking here, like that image, pictures, data, and how the information is transmitted over the channels. So these things will be discussed in this video series. So basically here, this is the first part of the information theory. So I again welcome to all of you in this video series. I will cover following topics according to this procedural way. Like that, first I will discuss about the prerequisite, and the second thing is that the objective, and the third thing is introduction. Fourth, block diagram of the communication system. This is very essential part of the any communication system. Because of that, we cannot transmit the informations from source to destination without the communication system. And the fifth thing is that properties of the information, which type of the information we are transmitting, what is the basic properties of the informations we will discuss here, and unit of the information. And the last thing is that learning outcome. It means that after the completion of this video series, what we are getting and what we will find out after this video. So definitely this will cover in the learning outcome. And the last, we will discuss the some important exercise on the digital communication system. So that first we have to very clear about this subject. This is basically the core fundamental subject of the electronics and communication engineering. And always the questions will rise and ask from this digital communication subject. So this is very important for the public sector unit examination as well as basically for the competitive examination like the other examinations like gate examination. So we have to be very clear and we have to be make sure about the concept of the digital communication system through this video series. So first question rise in our mind that okay, what is the basic requirement from the learner? Definitely, every learner have to be required to know a basic knowledge about the subject. So definitely, this is basically the mathematical subject, and the student have to know about basically the logarithms and to know about the basically the probability concept and basically have to be very clear about the signal to noise ratio, dB levels, and the types of the noise, including quantization noise. Basically, this is basically the mathematical part of the information theory. So a student have to be very worried about these pre-requirement. And the second important thing is that what is the main objective of this subject? Why we are learning here this subject? So definitely the most important objective of this video is that the student have to be very concept should be very clear about the information system. What is the information? How many types of the information exist in the real life? And how we can transmit the informations over the communication channel. So these are the objective which I will cover during my video. And the first question rise every in every mind, every learner. Okay, what is the meaning of information? What is the information? And how we can define the information? So that thing is that information is very useful data which the user want to transmit over the channel. It means that suppose that I am want to deliver my lecture through the audience. So at that time, I have to be propagate my voice or my recorded video over the channels, over the medium. So at that time, my recorded video, my recorded information is very fruitful, should be very fruitful, and should be very informative. So that's why I think that information is very useful. And the second thing is that the information may be analog or the digital. It means that when we studied about the signals at that time, we very clear the signal is basically in that respect of time. Because of that, the only the continuous time signal is exists in the real life. We are converting all the signals with the help of continuous signals. So basically, so in short, we can say that the information may be analog with the respect of time here that is related to the basically continuous signal, and the digital signal that means this is related to the discrete time signal. So the another thing is very important for the every user and the every learner. Why we are transmitting and how we can provide the security to the information. Suppose that I am transferring my very important and the secret data over the channel. So every user want to provide the security and how much, how many types and how much type of the security we are providing so that my information is not corrupt during the propagation or we can say that during the transmitting of the signals over the channel. So definitely, we doesn't require the correct information at the receiver side. We require the original information which the user is transmitting over the channel. So second thing is that in this lecture series, we will discuss basically about the coding techniques. Because of that, every user have to worry about the security purpose so that we will provide the different types of the code here, like that Huffman code and the Shannon-Fano coding procedures. And we will provide and try to make sure the basically the security. So this is basically the information. And if we are talking about the relationship with the probability, this is very important topic and important term. Because of that, the information is totally inversely related to the probability. It means that if any incident is going on, so definitely there is only the 2 or 3 possibility if the event will be occurred or the event will not be occurred. If the event is occurred, so definitely we will get the some informations. So that the first condition is here that if the event has not occurred, that means the condition of uncertainty. It means that we don't know about the conditions of the happening of the event. And the second thing is that if the event has just occurred, so definitely there is a condition of surprise. And the third condition is that if the event has occurred, a time back, we will get definitely some information. So at that time, basically the information is related to the probability. Suppose that if I am talking here about that, uh, if the dog has bite to a man, so at that time, information is not fruitful. Or we can say that if a dog bite a man, so that the information is normal and the dog can bite to any man. So information is doesn't required from any person, any society. But the condition is reversed. At that time, if the man bite a dog, so the event of this possibility is very less. It may, or we can say that the probability of such type of incident or the event is very less. So what we will get from this example, if the information is very important, very fruitful, so at that time the probability of that information is very less. And if the information is normal, so at that time the probability is more. So, so we have to very clear about that. The information is totally inversely proportional to the probability. And this is the block diagram of the communication system. Here, this is basically the general block diagram of the any communication system, like for the analog communication or for the digital communication system. The basically the first part here, this is basically the transmitter part, and this is basically the receiver part, and this is the channel. When I discussed about the communication system, basic block diagram of the communication system in the introductory video, at that time we discussed about basically the 4 to 5 important parts of for the any communication system. There should be at least one source or the one transmitter. There should be at least one receiver, and the connecting medium, that is a channel, and which information we are transmitting here, that is your information. So here, if we are talking about basically the transmitter section, so here we are providing the information source. The informations may be here the analog information source, or it may be the digital information source. So it depends upon the user which type of information we are transmitting over the channel. And this is the source encoder. Source encoder means that which that information which we are providing or transmitting over the channel. So basically this information is encoded by this encoder. And here this is basically the channel encoder which provide the encoding message for the channels. And after that we modulate the informations over the channels. So that the channel may be here the wireless or the wired. And after that, at the receiver side, we demodulate the modulated signal. And again, the reverse process will be occur here, then the channel decoding process. And finally, we will decode the original information. So we can see here that the encoding is basically happened at the transmitter section, and the decoding is basically happened at the receiver section. So that we have to very clear before to transmitting the informations over the channel. First, we have to provide the encoded message. It means that we have to convert the information which we are transmitting over the channel into the another form by the encoder. And the similarly process will be happen at the receiver side. When the information is received, at that time we reconstruct the original signal and recover the original message by the source decoder. So this is basically the basic communication system of the any type, like for the analog communication system as well as for the digital communication system. If we are talking about the information source, so that information may be here, basically that it may be analog source or the digital source. And the digital source here may that the discrete memory less source, that is the DMS, and the stationary source. So that this part will be discussed in the next video, and when we are going to discuss the numericals on the discrete memory less source DMS channel. If we are talking about the basically the amount of the information, it means that how much information is consistent in the message. So at that time, I already told here that basically the inversely proportional relations between the information and the probability. It means that the information should be proportional to the uncertainty of the an outcome. This is uncertainty means that basically this is the entropy term, which I will discuss in a forward way. And here basically the information contained in independent outcome should be added up. It means that basically if we are getting the information from the different type of the source, so at that time the total information is added up. So information is added up. It means that suppose that we are taking the information from source A and we are getting the information from source B and the source C. At that time, the total information will be the sum of source A, source B, and the source C. And the very important that I already told here that the information is inversely proportional to the probability. So that if the any information content of the symbol xi, it means that this is the symbol xi and it contains the information ixi here. So it means that basically the information contained in the symbols that ixi is basically inversely proportional to the probability of that information. So that IXI is equal to log 1 upon PXI. So that where is basically PXI is the probability of the occurrence of the symbols. And if we are talking about the two independent source, like here XJ and XI and XJ with probability PI and PJ. So at that time, the total informations will be basically the sum of some information of these two sources. Suppose that we are taking here the information II from this source xi, and we are getting the information ij from this source xj. So that the total information is basically the sum of these two information. It means that total information is here ijk equal to ii plus ij. So I already discussed in the previous slide. And similarly, if we are talking about basically the properties of the information system. Properties of the information system, it means that the every information has the some property. It means that if the probability of the information is 1, it means that if the probability of the information is high, maximum, at that time there is no information. It means that a dog bite a man, so that the probability is high. So there is no information. If the probability, if the condition is revert, a man bite a dog, so at that time the probability is low. It means we can say that the probability is minimum, so at that time the information is high. And every source has the some information. It means that ixi is greater than or equal to 0. It means the information is there or not, maybe. Similarly, we can check this condition. If the probability of this information is this source is high, so definitely the information from this source xj is very less. So here we can say that the probability of this message is information is high, so information is less than ixi. Got it? If we are taking the information from the two different sources like xi and xj, so at that time, the total information will be basically the sum of ixi and ig. Okay, got it. So we have to very clear about these properties. So for I again recall here, if the probability is high of the information, so definitely we are not getting any information, and the average source has the some informations. And if the probability of the any source information is high, at that time the information in this source is low, and we are getting the different information from the different source. So the total information will be the sum of information which are coming from the different sources. If we are talking about the unit of the information, so definitely information has the some unit. Because of that, we are transmitting the binary information. So at that time, so basically the unit of the information is basically bit if b equal to 2. At the time, this is basically the binary unit. And hardly a decit if we are taking the base 10. But generally, when we are going to solve the numericals, at that time, we always took the base 2. Because of that, we are transmitting the binary information. So that how we can solve the base 2. So at that time, this is very simple. Suppose that we have to solve the log 2 4. So at that time, this is basically the antilog of a and log 2, or we can say that log a upon log 2. So, and you can directly solve by the calculator or this way. This is basically the traditional method. So, if we are transmitting the binary informations, at that time we will take the base 2. Otherwise, we are taking the base 10. So, that is basically net or the natural unit. Entropy. What is the mean of entropy? Entropy means that this is basically the uncertainty of the information. Uncertainty means that when we observe the possibility of the occurrence of any event, so definitely there is an uncertainty. In starting the slides, when I discuss about the basically incident of any conditions at that time, the event may be occurred or not may be occurred. It means that there is an uncertainty. The informations will be recovered or not. It will happen when the event is going on or not going on. So it means that entropy is basically we can say that the uncertain it would be. It means that we are trying to have an idea on the average content of information from source of the event. So this is basically the average information of the information which we are coming from the source. So that this is the formula of the entropy. This is a H, it is denoted by the Hx, and Hx equal to summation of I equal to 1 to m pxi ixi. Pxi is the probability of the information, and it will be the range from 1 to m. And the unit of the entropy is basically bits per symbol. Similarly, if we are talking about basically the maximum conditions of the entropy, so it will depend upon the binary information is transmitting. So definitely, the probability of the each event will be same. It means that half. So at that time, we are getting the maximum entropy 1. So at that time, when the probability is half, so at that time we are getting the maximum entropy 1. Okay, got it? So these are the learning outcome after the completion of this video. Definitely the students will be beneficial to know about the concept of the information, and how many types of information, what is the characteristic of the information system. And the second thing is that the students will be know about the importance of the coding, why the coding is necessary for transmitting the information. And these are the some exercises, and the student have to be very solve these numericals on your notebook. So definitely this will be very helpful for your the competitive examination purpose as well as for your the university examination. And these are the references, and I took all these materials from these references, from these books. And thank you very much for listening this video. And in next video, we will discuss about basically the concept of entropy in a detail, and we will discuss about basically the joint and the conditional entropy, and we will also going to discuss some important numericals on that. So once again, thank you very much to all of you.